Yo, what's up YouTube? Another video. This video, we're gonna talk about interesting topic that a lot of people been talking about recently, right? But in this video, we're gonna cover more point about it, right? But before we do that, I need you go down, put like, subscribe to the channel to grow, support me and support the channel to do more stuff like this, right? And other things in the future. So let's go into this video. So in this video, I want to talk about data center. What is data centers and why we need them? What's the relationship between it and between AI? That a lot of people talked about it. There's a lot of data centers building for AIs and the whatever, right? And what's going on behind the scenes? Who owns them? Who build them? Where they are. So I want to cover all those points, right? The energy perspective, all that. So let's basically give you a hint of what is the data centers. Imagine with me now, there's a huge land, right? The huge land, we talk about stadium type of land, right? Now, on that huge land, there's a huge building, right? A huge infrastructure that built to host and to put in 1,000 of computers, like a lot of hardwares there to run for what? To transfer and save data. Everything goes into the internet. You imagine with me now. You upload a video, send a video to a friend, send a message, research something on Google, watching a YouTube video, watching like Netflix, anime, whatever it is, right? Searching like documents. Everything you do in the internet is in the data center, saved by the data centers give you the information. Now, how that things work is basically now, let's say you search something on Google. That thing's what goes to the Wi-Fi, into the modem through the internet provider, and after that through the closed data centers to you, right? And the data centers, what they do is research and see have that information that should give it to you, like something you're looking for, like anything you want. If I have it, it's gonna process it and give it back to you, send it back to you. If it doesn't have it, it's gonna ask another data center for you. So that's the first point. This is basically what is data centers. Second point, I also told you, now let's specify why we need them for. First point, I give you overall, what is the data centers, right? I want to go deep into it and tell you why actually we do need them, right? Now, Netflix, right? For them to be able to stream to you their episodes, their movies, or whatever, the series they have, they need a data centers to broadcast it to millions of people. Google need data center, right? To be able to handle billions of research every single day that people looking for information for website, the apps, or whatever. You're watching me. If you now want to create an app or a website or whatever it is, you need to buy a place in the data center, right? To host, right? That website, to host the app, for the app to be able to handle those information that came through it, right? The user information, what the app have, the things that app provide, and other things. Games. If you're a gamer, you will know that data centers is basically servers. So the close you are to a data center, the lower ping that you have. Now, let's say you're playing CS. The close data centers to you, the hosted or have a CS provider. The closest to you are, the fast information is gonna between you and the data centers is exchange, is have more speed. So lower ping you have, more respawn that you have. Streaming, YouTube video, uploading, and all that is by data centers. You need them. Basically, internet is a type of connection between you and the data centers all over the world. They have the information. They have YouTube. They have Google. They have Netflix. They have games. All that need a data center. So let's say internet without data centers is nothing. It's just type of connection between you and the data centers, right? That's lead us to the third part, which is the infrastructure angle, how they build it, where they build it, and more details. So let's go into it. First, as I told you in the first of this video, they need a huge land, right? To build that huge infrastructure. That huge building should have amazing infrastructure and basically having the best cooling system ever. Sometimes it's like close to a lake, close to the ocean, close to a water source. Imagine with me, a huge land, we talk stadium type of land. It costs $1 billion. millions or billions of dollars, right? Let's say millions for sake of this video, to make sure that building have all equipment type of things just for the building, right? Just to host, to make a place and an environment to put the computers and the other stuffs like cooling system, the networking system and all that. Just to have it, you need to have a specific building for it. That's adding another layer, another millions to it, right? Then comes to the real shit, which is the thousands of computers, the top level, the high end level of hardwares, whatever. If it is GPUs, CPUs, networking equipment, and all that, right? So high-end type of computers. Now what we're seeing is a lot of tech companies are trying to build those type of data centers. And as I told you, you need 1,000 of equipment. And which that means this is why the market is getting so expensive, and they are consuming the market to such a point that everything is pre-ordered, everything is closed. There's a couple of companies that produce GPUs, computer equipment is fully packed. They are sold out for the next 2 years. So imagine with me those billions just putting in the equipment of hardwares, computers, and for that you need great networking equipment. What that means, as I told you, there's a lot of computers, right? A lot of them doing processes and processing a lot of information, and they're running 24/7. Imagine with me right now, computers are running 24/7. The amount of energy that's consumed and the heat is insane, right? And for those thousand, right, of computers are working, now they are working like brain cells. They're working like teammates. If one computer got overwhelmed or stops, or there's some problem with that single computer, other one's gonna handle the rest of the work. So it never runs out. It never stops. Have a great networking. They are like teammates. If somebody is injured, the other one is gonna take the rest of this work. And what I said, imagine with me those thousands of computers. Now we're talking, if you have a computer in your room, you'll know that. And just a single computer in a single room. If you have like a average to above average computer, that one computer is gonna change the room temperature by 5 degrees. Sometimes it's gonna be higher. So imagine with me, just one computer is able to change the room temperature by 5 degrees. So imagine with me, huge building with thousands of computers. Imagine with me the amount of heat and the energy is consumed. You have a PC, bro, the electricity bill is insane. It's going up. You'll notice it. Before and after having computer, you will notice electricity bill. Imagine with me with that huge building, the thousands of PCs. Imagine the electricity bill, bro. Insane. That lead to our fourth point of this video. The energy and the impact in the environment. Imagine me, as I told you, a single computer is able to change 5 degrees. 1,000 computers, what they gonna do? And shocking thing that just that one data center is consuming the electricity, same energy of a huge city. That's ridiculous. Sometimes it's outperform that. They sometimes consume more than large city. It's just one data center and a lot of electricity that produce a lot of heat. So they need like a phenomenal cooling system. By cooling that, some data centers use air, some data centers use water. We're gonna talk about water in this video, right? Because it's going crazy. So imagine with me, like now there's like a data centers built close to a lake, right? And that lake are used by like a close city. There's a city using or house or whatever it is close to that lake. And suddenly they build a data center close to it. Now they're gonna consume from that lake to cool those computers. And you will say, it's gonna vibrate and it's gonna go into clouds, right? And it's gonna rain again. But if you just have a common sense, you just know a little bit of science, you will know that, yeah, if it's gonna turn to cloud, but if it turns clouds, it's gonna stay there forever. It's not gonna rain again in the lake. The clouds are gonna travel for thousands of kilometers. Now that sweet lake water is going to the ocean, and you You have a house close to the lake. Your water source is that lake. You're basically cooked because they are draining. That's 1 second. The bill is crazy. Now we talk about, oh, they have like they need billions just to have that building up. They have other billions just to have the computers and the networking system. Now the network, because they need, not even gonna realize, but another different type of internet they never saw in your house or your local. You are crazy about the 1 gig that one streamer or one content creator gamer have. That 1 gig of upload. Bro, you have 1 gig, you'll be lucky, bro. And in data centers, we talk about other different internet. So you have that crazy internet bill, crazy electricity bill, crazy cooling, and you need also security, plumbers, people are engineers, electricians, builders to build that building, right? And somebody's gonna run, and you can say also like it's like a company, a lot of people working on that. It's creating a lot of job opportunity. People say, oh, those tech is going to take over jobs, but suddenly it creates more jobs just to be able to make those tech invention works. So this is a positive thing to add to it, right? Tech and AI is not doing shit too. It's not removing jobs. Like at least in those 10 years, it's not gonna remove that what people think about job. Oh yeah, he's gonna take my job. I don't think he's gonna take your job. I don't think that's gonna be that fast as you think. I'm guessing that at least it needs like 20 years or more. So electricity bill, energy, heat, and now you're cooked. You're like a sauna. If you, as I told you, if you're close to that, you're basically living in the sauna. And by talking about AI and AI taking over, that take us to our fourth or fifth point to this video. What's data centers? What relationships to data centers with AI? Why need data centers? Why are we building a lot of data centers for AI? What's the relationships? What's make those things connected? Right. So while we talked first of this video, we talked about how data centers have all the information of the internet, all documents, YouTube, videos, photos, research, all that, right? Have on the data centers. Now, to create an AI, right? You need to train it. You need to give it information. They building those data centers to get more information to store and feed that, right? Feed them to AI to have more knowledge. Because AI basically is not that smart. It's just like have a lot of information that you give. It's just gonna basically calculate it, analyze it, have it on their brain, and give you answer based on the information that he had. If you don't have information, sometimes it's just gonna assume it, but sometimes they gonna give you wrong information. Sometimes it's correct. Who knows? We're still practicing and feeding information to AI. So data centers getting all this data from the internet, giving it to the AI, right? To have those information that you need. And to this point, even though having all that AI, there's a lot of points that nobody talks about, how there is nobody understand fully AI, how AI created, how it works. You say, maybe the normal people don't. Even the godfather of AI, the big tech company that are creating those big AI engine that you're using every single day. I wonder why you're using for, right? But they don't fully understand it. So maybe we're gonna talk about this in another video. But as I told you, data centers feeding AI, giving it to information. So they need and they building more data centers to get more information. And there is building those data centers just to feed their AIs. That makes sense. Whole data centers just for one AI, so it's gonna be crazier, right? Because it used to be a lot of AIs share the same information, share the same data that they consume. Now they're building special data centers for every single tech company, for every single AI they have a model. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. As I told you, like data centers is like, bro, it's like a good things to have, but I think the more it is, the more easy, the more information they have. But at the end of the day, you'll know that your information is not even fully yours. It's stored and saved in some place somewhere in the world. So yeah, if you guys want, I love this video. This is the second time I filmed it. Great. Now a short amount of time, but I enjoy it, right? Explaining. I love standing up and explaining to you guys because it's more fun. And it's more easier on me because I used to talk when I'm standing up. I hate sitting unless I'm getting a good chair. So yeah, I wish you enjoyed this video. Stay smart, question everything that you see. And if you enjoy this and you think you benefit and get some information for it, check this video, the last video.